people, welcome to my channel. My name is KaRita and today I have for y'all a nursing video. So yes guys, remember I told y'all I was gonna be coming to y'all with some nursing videos, and here is the first one. Yay! So if you've read the title, which I'm sure you have, that's why you're here. Yes, it is true that I failed my first attempt at Nclex. I know y'all, yes, your girl actually did fail her first attempt at Nclex, and let me just say, to be honest with y'all, I was so dang on devastated. I cried, but then I realized, you know what, it's okay, it happens. I'm not the first one to fail my first attempt, and I won't be the last one to fail my first attempt. So guys, let me just tell y'all about what happened. Now, if you don't know, if you're here just to be here, hey girl, hey. And if you don't know what the Nclex is basically the nursing exam that you have to take to become a licensed registered nurse, and it is a difficult test. And yeah, you have to pass it to work in these hospitals as a registered nurse. Y'all, I graduated May 14th of 2020, right? And I scheduled my exam for August 19th. Yes, y'all heard that right. August 19th, which was a big difference. It's almost like a 3-month difference in between. And I know y'all probably like, well, dang girl, why did you schedule so far off? Well, to be honest with y'all, I just wanted to give myself a lot of time to prepare for the exam, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough time to study and all of that so I wouldn't fail the first time, right? Yeah, that didn't work. So y'all, I went in and took my exam on August 19th, and let me just say that was the hardest exam I've ever taken in my life. And I'm so sad that I have to do it again, but it's okay, because guess what, when I take it the second time and pass, I won't ever have to do it again, and I will officially be a licensed registered nurse, right? So y'all, let me just say that test was something else. Like, I honestly expected it to be hard, but I didn't expect it to be that difficult, and it was difficult, honey. Like, it was hard. Like, they don't be playing when they tell y'all that the Nclex is nothing to play with. Like, that thing was hard. So y'all, let me just go in and tell y'all like how I prepared for the exam and what I used before I tell y'all about the actual day, because honey, it was a moment on that day. So the study material that I used to prepare for my Nclex was Mark K, Uworld, Archer Review, and then for like content, I also use Nclex High Yield and Simple Nursing. Yes, y'all, I had 5 resources, and let me just say, I did not use them to the best of my ability, which is why I failed the Nclex on my first attempt, y'all. So since I used those, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I did have not Archer, I did have Uworld, but I didn't properly use Uworld. I honestly only did 300 questions from there, and I kind of stopped using it, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I stopped using it was because I found Archer. Now, all of my friends from nursing school, they had already taken their exam before me, so I was the last to take it, right? And everybody who I had talked to was like, yeah girl, don't even worry about wasting time on Uworld, just use Archer. Archer is so much better. Like, it's like pretty much exactly like the Nclex, right? So that's why I used Archer. And I also liked using Archer because it was way cheaper than freaking Uworld. Y'all, Uworld cost me, well, it's $200 for Uworld, right? I only paid $189 because I had a discount code for my school or whatever, right? Which still isn't a big difference. It's only $20, but I paid $189 for Uworld, right? Y'all, I only paid $22 for Archer. And when I say, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I feel like Archer was way more similar to the Nclex than Uworld was. Like, baby, those freaking questions on the Nclex are so vague. Like, they are so vague. It's ridiculous. And Archer review questions are exactly the same. They are vague AF. And so, in my opinion, I felt like Archer was better to use for NCLEX than Uworld was, because, honey, Uworld had the top tier rationales, but Archer questions were more identical to NCLEX, in my opinion. Now, some people think that Uworld is better. You know, it just depends on how you study or what you use. But that was what worked for me, or what I thought worked for me anyway. But yeah, y'all. So those are the things that I use to study. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know why I failed the NCLEX, and I know what to do now to not fail the NCLEX, because I'm taking it again, and I'm praying to God. I'm only taking this test twice. Like, I don't want to have to take it for a third time. That's not what I want to do. So I'm hoping that I pass it the second time around. As a matter of fact, I ain't hoping. I am going to pass it the second time around, right? So, y'all, the reason why I failed NCLEX, in my opinion, was because I didn't review enough content. And if you don't know about NCLEX high yield, I suggest you get to know it, because Dr. Z is the truth. He is the truth. Now, I would be buying his classes, but your girl ain't got $600 for that. So we just gonna use his free material on YouTube and his podcast. But y'all, if you know Dr. Z, or if you know about NCLEX high yield, he emphasizes so much on how you need to know your content on NCLEX. Like, you can answer 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, however many questions you want on Uworld or Archer or Kaplan or whoever. But if you don't know that content, honey, it ain't gonna matter, because you are not going to pass. And honestly, that's where I screwed up. Amongst a few other things, but it was mainly the fact that I didn't know my content. And so that really, like, I could beat myself up right now, because, girl, you know you need to know that content before taking that damn exam. Excuse my friend, before taking that exam. So yes, that's where I messed up. This time going around studying for this NCLEX, I know I will be doing so much more content before the questions. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be answering my questions, but I am going to be doing so much more content versus just answering the questions, because to me, just answering the questions are not going to get it if you don't know the content. Now, if you know your content, girl, answer those questions to get you prepared to start answering NCLEX questions. But if you don't, go find Simple Nursing was good and NCLEX high yield. Those are the only two that I use. Now, I'm sure there's a lot more stuff on YouTube that you can look into, or some books or something you can look into to get your content. But honey, those two for me were the best. And I also liked Marquez audio. It's very outdated, but it's still relevant to today. So if you can get your hands on it or anything, I say do it. So anyway, y'all, the day of my exam, which was August 19th, which is actually almost a month from today. Crazy. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I probably will do it soon, but I'm filming this on September 16th. So it's been almost a month since I took my exam, y'all. And let's just say I honestly should have prepared more. Now, I did, remember I told y'all earlier, I took my test August, I graduated May. So that left me the rest of May. I graduated May 14th. So that left me the rest of May, June, and July, and then like a little bit of August to study, right? So pretty much almost 3 months to study, right? Why did I BS with my time, with my studying time, and I did not study like I was supposed to, y'all? And that's my own fault. I purposely picked a date far out. One, because the job offer that I had didn't start until August 23rd. So I was like, okay, I got time. But also because I was like, well, since I have all this time until the job starts, I'm going to just, you know, I'm just going to push my NCLEX out so I have a lot of time to study. So y'all, mind you, I had 3 months to study, and to be honest, I didn't start seriously studying until like maybe 3 weeks before my exam. Yes, y'all heard me right. I didn't start seriously studying until about 3 weeks before my exam, which was the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake I feel like I've made on my part with the Nclex, which is why, again, your girl failed the Nclex. And to be honest, if I had to just start studying like I was supposed to, like when I scheduled to study, I would have been okay, because I would have had enough time to review my content and get everything pretty much down. Because a lot of that information that a lot of the topics, should I say, that I got on Nclex, I knew the information, but because it had been a while since I had went over it in nursing school, it was like from like maybe first or second semester, it wasn't like right there, so I couldn't really recall the information like I would have been able to had I reviewed the darn content. So that part sucks, but it's okay, because your girl got another chance to take it, and we gonna redo this. We're gonna regroup, and we're gonna kill it this next time. We're gonna kill it. So yes, let me just go into the day of my exam. So y'all, my exam was at 2 o'clock on the 19th, and I did not study that whole entire day, because if you if you hear a lot of people say, they like, don't study that day, don't study that day, and I'm not gonna lie, I did study the day before, and I didn't do like heavy studying the day before. I did like kind of review over some notes that I had made. So that's what I did the night before. And yeah, let me see if I have some of those notes that I made. Let me show y'all how I like made my notes. So what I did was, if you watch Simple Nursing, I know I'm going to spill, but if you watch Simple Nursing, he tells you to, he talked about how you should like, stuff that you don't, kind of like you don't remember very well, or like you don't have a clear understanding of, to like write it on a white piece of paper and just keep that paper with you and study with it all the time. So what I did was, I did just that. So here's like my study notes. Y'all probably can't really see it because it's probably a glare from the thing, but I kind of folded it 3 ways so that I can have a lot of room to write. And then I just wrote pretty much all the things that I felt like I needed like a lot of help. And it's front and back. I got one space over here that I could have did, and that's because I have like, I got like 3 of these, y'all. He said 1, but I got about 3. I got about 3 pages. So what I did was, I pretty much wrote any topic that I thought I needed help with or whatever. I kind of wrote it on there, and I was like, I would keep this in my purse or with me at all times. And when I'm like in the store, or excuse me, y'all, I'm in the car driving with hubby or whatever, I'm kind of like pulling this out and like going over it and all that. So that was some of the studying stuff I did. And then I also printed out all of the Mark K audio, and I kind of went through that like 2 or 3 times, whatever. So yeah, back to the day that I actually took my exam, which was the 19th. I took my exam at 2 o'clock, y'all, and I didn't look at any material that whole entire day. I kind of relaxed, and I just like watched TV or something, just kept my mind off of it. Because I was like, if I keep thinking about this exam, or if I try to study for this exam right now, honey, she gonna freak out. She gonna freak the heck out, and it's gonna be bad. So what I did, y'all, was I went ahead and went to my testing center, and I actually went early. I went around like 1 o'clock. I might have even left the house at like 12:50, and the testing center is only like a couple of minutes from my house, like maybe 15 minutes from my house. So I freaking went, and y'all, I don't know what it was, but as soon as I got in the parking garage to the testing center, like I just started freaking out. Like I got so nervous, like my nerves kicked into full gear. And y'all, I didn't have no nervousness or any anxiety like leading up to the exam, not even the day before studying, none of that. So it kind of took me by surprise when I started feeling so much anxiety the moment I got into the parking garage. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, why am I all of a sudden so like freaking out about this exam? So y'all, I will insert probably here or somewhere in here, I did do like a recording myself before I went into the exam. Like when I was sitting in my car in the parking garage, I kind of like, you know, shot a little piece like of how I was feeling. What's up, y'all? It's your girl KaRita, and I am sitting in a parking garage. I'm about to say a big old prayer because today is the day, y'all. It is the day. Today is Nclex. I take my test at 2 o'clock. It's currently 1:05, 1 o'clock right now. What time is it? I think it's 1:05 right now. Don't ask why I got here so early. It's the nerves probably, but yeah, I'm nervous. I am excited to get it done. I am anxious because I don't know what's gonna be on there. So this is the before I go take my test. I feel like I am a nervous wreck, but I am about to calm my nerves. I have my Celsius in here, y'all. I have to dilute it with a lot of ice because this flavor specifically tastes horrible, and it's watermelon and berry. So I got my Celsius to try to keep me focused and awake, because, well, not that I'm sleepy, but I don't know, it helps me kind of focus, I guess. But yeah, I am whoo, y'all. I don't know if you could tell, but your girl is nervous, okay? This is the moment I've been waiting for. I am terrified. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I am terrified. I am ready. It's like I have so many mixed emotions going on right now, and I honestly just want to go take this test. And so I went ahead and did a little prayer, and I went in. So I went in probably like around, it was probably like 1:30. I actually went in a little early because I know the like process to get you signed in and everything kind of takes a little minute. So I did that, and then I went ahead and went in, and I went to the bathroom first. Now y'all, here's a tip: when you take your exam, go to the bathroom before you even go into the testing center. Like, as soon as you get into the building, go to the bathroom or go find the bathroom, because honey, I don't know if I had the nervous pee or whatever, but I had to use the bathroom. So I went ahead and I went to the restroom, and then I went into the testing center or whatever, got signed in, and then I got seated for my exam. Now y'all, I was so calm. I'm not gonna lie, I was calm for the first 75 questions. And I felt like I went through those like really not easily, because I struggled on the first 75 as well, but like I felt okay. The problem came, and I don't know why it came, because I had prepared myself to go to the max. The problem came when I got past, like when 76 popped up, and I realized, okay, the test did shut off at 75, right? Y'all, why did my anxiety just go into full freaking gear? Like, I was so anxious after that, and I was so mad at myself, because I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you know you're not supposed to freak out during this test. That's gonna mess you up. So y'all, I was freaking out, and I got so much anxiety after that. And so what I started doing was, after 76, literally every question that popped up, 76, 80, 90, whatever question popped up, I started freaking out like, oh my God, it's not shutting out, it's not shutting out, it's not shutting out. So y'all, mind you, I did that after every question. Y'all, I ended up getting the maximum amount of questions, which is 145, and I went all the way to 145. So from 76 to 145, I was freaking out like, oh my God, I keep getting more questions, I keep getting more questions. That is what really, honestly, that is one of the other contributors, besides not knowing my content, what just really screwed me up on that test. I let my anxiety and my nervousness get the best of me, which is the absolute worst thing to do. Never let your anxiety and stuff get the best of you on the exam, because then you start making stupid mistakes, or simple mistakes, what should I say. Like, you know this, but then you start second guessing yourself, and you're like, well, could it be this? Or could it be that? Or it can be this? Or does this happen to the, like, it's stuff like that started happening, and I was like, oh my God, I'm doing the number one thing I know I should not be doing. So y'all, needless to say, I let my nerves and anxiety get the best of me in my exam, and that's why your girl failed. That's why I didn't pass, okay? So I'm sitting here like, and they give you 5 hours to take the exam, y'all, and I took 4.5 hours. Maybe I would say I took 4 hours and maybe 40 minutes, because when I got up I had like 20 minutes left. So I took all the time, and the reason why I took all of that time was because I was freaking out, not like, I wasn't focused like I should have been. And it sucks thinking back on it, because it's like, girl, what was you doing? Like, you knew you was screwing up. Like, it's funny thinking back on it, because it's like, girl, you knew what you were supposed to do, and I didn't do it. It's okay though. It is okay because I'm going to get another chance. Now, when I left out of the exam, y'all, I felt so numb. Like literally, though, and I also recorded a video of me in the parking lot after the exam, so I'll insert that in here somewhere. Y'all, so finished my exam, and we're just gonna wait for the results. I had 145 questions. I don't feel good about it at all, but God is good. It's done. I survived, and we're gonna just wait and see. So I'll talk to y'all when I get ready to do something and figure out if this is good. But right now, I don't know how to feel. I feel kind of numb, very nervous, very scared, but at the same time I feel okay. Like maybe, like, you know, I feel okay. But y'all, yeah, I'll see y'all, talk to y'all when, I don't even know, maybe when I'm trying to check to see. I know y'all can probably hear it in my voice, I'm shaking. Like I went to 145 and I literally did 4.5 hours. I'm just praying and hoping for the best, because somewhere as well. So y'all, I felt so like the only feeling I could feel was numb, because when people say taking that exam makes you feel like you know nothing, like it is not a joke. I felt like I knew nothing from that exam, nothing. And I was like, dang, like, am I even smart enough to be a nurse? Like, I was questioning myself, y'all, like, am I smart enough to be, and this was before I even knew the results. Like, am I smart enough to be a nurse? Like, what did I do? Like, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. And so the whole trip home, I just felt numb. I didn't know what to think. I was just like, it was crazy, because it just felt like I don't know. So when I got home, I got the email while I was still in my car, and I was like, nope, let me go in, get on the laptop, and do the PVT trick. Now, if you know the PVT trick, you know you can do this whole little thing, and it'll tell you, like, you'll get these pop-ups, and there's a good pop-up and there's a bad pop-up. And so I was like, okay, let me go do this. And so when I got in the house, my husband was in, he was like, how'd you do, baby, how'd you do? And I was like, honey, I was like, I can't talk, I get to the computer. So I like pushed him to the side or brushed past him, and I got straight to the computer, and I did the PVT trick, y'all. When I hit the submit button, I got the bad pop-up. Yes, y'all, your girl got the bad pop-up, and all I remember, I was just like, no. Y'all, I cried so hard. Like, I did the ugly Kim Kardashian cry. Like, I was so hurt and devastated and just upset. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my God, I actually failed. Like, I'm a fail. And of course, when you fail, you go through all those emotions, like, oh my God, I'm such a failure. I can't believe I failed. I suck. And all this, you know, all the dramatic stuff that all the dramatics. I did it. Yes, I did. So I figured out I failed, and I was just like, y'all, it was the most, it sucked. It really sucked. But then, you know, my hubby, he kind of like calmed me down. He's like, it's okay. Like, you're not the first to fail, and you won't be the last. And I was like, you're right, I'm not. But it still sucks. I thought I was going to pass. So, y'all, I was being really dramatic. I really was. It was so funny. I was so dramatic. But I calmed down, and then I realized what he was saying. And I was like, you know what? You're so right. It's okay. People take this exam multiple times. It's all right. You know, I'll get another chance at it. I'll be able to redo it, and I'm going to kill it the next time, which is where we're at today. So now I am preparing for this exam again. I did end up taking like 2-3 weeks off because, honey, it was just too much. So I just restarted like this week, you know, studying for the exam, and I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to take it for a month. So once if you know, like, if you don't pass the NCLEX, you have to wait 45 days in between anyway to take your next exam. So I'm going to take a few more a few more weeks. So since I started this week, I'll probably take at least another, basically I'm going to take my time and study. My 45 days is up in like the first week of October, so I'll probably be taking my exam like probably around October 15th or something like that. So I'll be, you know, I'm trying to give myself time to prepare and make sure, you know, get this content together. So this time for the stuff that I'll be using for preparing for this time is going to be Archer Review again. And this time I'm going to get the Archer Review, which is the question bank, and the SurePass, which is also the content. Because again, that was my downfall, y'all, was the content. So I'll be getting that from Archer, which is like $79. And then I'll also be reviewing the Marquee because I still have that. So I'll be going back over that to see like where did I mess up with that. I'll also be doing Nclex High Yield. Now, honestly, I wish I would have found Nclex High Yield the last time a lot sooner. Like I didn't find Nclex High Yield until maybe like a week and a half into my exam. So I didn't get to use it as much as I would have liked to. And honestly, I feel like if I had discovered it way before, I would have been so much better off, because y'all, those YouTube videos and his podcast is awesome. Like if you are studying for your Nclex now, go check him out. Like it's some good information. Like, and he helps you to where it makes you really understand and know the process and all that. So yeah, I'll be using that. And then so I'll do what I say, Marquee, Archer, and Nclex High Yield. Oh, and probably Simple Nursing. So that's all I'm using. It's, you know, I'm not going to overwork myself with too many sources, because that's another problem. Like, don't use too many things to study with. And so this time I will not be rebuying Uworld, because I didn't utilize it the first time. And to be honest with you, I don't feel like it would have helped if I did use it, because it was nothing, in my opinion, it was nothing like the Nclex. So I won't be using it this time. I am again going to be reviewing all of my notes. And let me just show you, I got them in front of me. These are all, look at all this. These are all my notes. Now, most of this is the Marquee audio, like stuff that I printed out. So I don't know, I hope I ain't gonna get in trouble for that, but yes, this is like all of my notes. Here is the calendar, y'all. I made myself a calendar, or I printed off a calendar that some people had been using for like getting prepared. So this is the calendar that I'm going to be using. It's an Archer Review. Come up their YouTube page, I mean their Facebook page. So I just printed it out. So I'm going to be following that calendar, and it's a month-long calendar, so I will be studying for a month before I retake. And I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna kill this exam. And you know what, you guys, I actually have a I'll be having another nursing video coming up with y'all studying with me. So I'm gonna film y'all, I'm gonna film myself studying, and I'm gonna have y'all right there with me to show you how I study, just, you know, yeah, so something like that. But yes, y'all, that is my story on how I failed the Nclex. Looking back at it, y'all, it's funny, but y'all, I was devastated when I did fail. But yeah, so I just want y'all to know, if you are in my shoes, or if you're someone like me who has failed Nclex, whether it's your first time, second time, third time, fourth, it don't even matter. Just keep going. You are meant for this. You passed nursing school for a reason. You are able to sit and take this exam for a reason. So don't give up. Just keep going, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get that RN behind your name real soon, okay? So just keep at it. So yes, guys, that's pretty much my how I failed Nclex story. And if you all have any questions, comments, or concerns, or any advice, or any other study materials y'all think works a little better, leave it down there in the comments below, y'all. I like talking to y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, so the next time I upload, y'all will be able to, you know, get the video, get the notification. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Help your girl out. Come back and be my friend. Subscribe to me so y'all can see my videos, okay? Okay. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.